Today. This is the day that the Lord has made.
Wow, that sounds so worldly. And got a worldly dance to go with it, y'all. That is a worldly dance. Oh, well, okay. All right. Worldly music, worldly dance. And here she comes with her idols, ladies and gentlemen. Your wristbands. Honey, a wristband that says never give up, never quit has zero. I don't even want to say nothing. I want to say zero to do with the gospel of Jesus Christ. 60 years old.
This was our outreach team for our final mission for this year. It was incredible being on the campus of Ohio State University where they were playing Penn State, their rivalry team.
All of a sudden you have become so engaged in sports. But yet you have at least 3 or 4 videos in your archives speaking against all manner of sports. You brought so many people under condemnation on those videos. And as a matter of fact, I had a person that told me that they stopped following you because you made them feel so bad about sports. I mean, sports is people's livelihood. People make money to take care of their families from sports. Now, you got those videos in your archives. I wish you would take them down because those videos were very judgmental and condemning. And you made so many people feel condemned about sports. And now you are hanging out at the stadiums and using your never give up, never quit wristbands to justify your actions. Just like you would have made that rainbow soap and threw a scripture at us that was truly not your conviction or your motivation. For that wasn't the motivating factor for you making that soap. You made that soap because you wanted to appeal to a certain group, the rainbow group. And now you have taken on these stadiums and justifying it, knowing you want to be there anyway, justifying it by passing out your wristbands. And I'm looking at the audience, these crowds of people. They act as if they don't want to give you the time of day. They just want to get on. Once the game is over, it's over. They don't want to see no more cheerleading. And they definitely don't want to take on a wristband and that says never give up, never quit when they just lost, when their team just lost. When their team just lost. But look, I know what I came on here today to say, and I'm going to say it in a minute.
It was an incredible time of giving to all walks of life. Our message of hope, never give up and never quit wristbands. We are on a tour to give 1 million wristbands all throughout the nation of America.
But you have no report on the most important thing. And that is how many souls were saved. Other than that, you're just out here doing your agenda, and you're bringing all these people. Like I said, I'm not impressed by none of it. I'm not impressed. If you gave away 2 million wristbands, I would not be impressed, because where are the souls? That's what you're supposed to be doing. If you want to get out there, then where are the souls? Why can't you ever brag about one soul coming to Christ? Why can't that be your boast? You up here boasting in your works. That's all you're doing. You're boasting in your works. And I'm just wondering, if it wasn't for the cameras, would you even do the work? If you didn't have these cameras flashing, where everybody could see what you're doing, seeing your works, would you even do it if it wasn't for the cameras?
We are done for this year, but we will pick.
You're done? And you didn't win not one soul? And you're done?
Back up in the spring of 2026. If you would like to give a donation,
I wouldn't give you a donation for what? Why would I give you a donation? So you can go and buy more wristbands? And see, the thing about these donations, she claims that she has a board of trustees. Well, that's yet to be proven. And I know for a fact that she lost at least one board member. Okay, so who's the person that's taking all the money calculations? Who's the person that's counting the money so that we can know? And why don't you ever bring that report about your donations? You know, the thing about these donations, it's hard to track it. It's like they could be getting all these donations and they could be getting up into the tens of thousands of dollars for all we know. We don't know. There's nobody that's in charge of, the books, the financial books, financial records. She's no, this is just, to me, this is just no different than the very people she's accusing of taking advantage of the public, taking in all this money, the church, the pimp preachers, pimp pastors, pulpit. No, she's just going about it a different way, but she's doing the exact same thing. And I've been preaching that from day one. So now she wants all these donations. I wouldn't give a dime.
To our initiative to spread our message, which is anti-suicide and depression.
And I'm glad you said your message, because it's not the Bible message. It's not the gospel message. I'm glad you said it was your message.
To never give up and never quit. Please click on who would like to give a donation to our initiative to spread our message, which is anti-suicide and depression. To never give up and never quit.
And you know what? I'm about tired of you trying to take all this credit for the anti-suicide, anti-depression. I'm tired of you taking all the credit. You've done absolutely nothing for, like, in your city. Did suicide go down because of your truck and your wristbands motivating you to win? The suicide rate did not go down, ma'am. So I don't know why you jumping on here trying to take all this credit. You know what that's called? You know what you're called? A fraudster. You are a fraudster. Okay? You're stealing someone else's thunder who is actually doing the work. But not to mention the fact that the rate of suicide actually went up in your city. It did not go down. Let's go back to 2017 when you jumped up here and claimed that title like you're preventing suicide with your one little testimony of how a lady was getting ready to commit suicide, and then you gave her I don't know what she gave her, something. I don't think it was a wrist. It could have been a wristband. I don't know, but she gave her something out of her random acts. And the lady came back and said that she changed her mind. Well, only thing I got to say to that is if a person has their mind fully made up, trust and believe, a wristband is not going to change their mind. Okay? If that person has their mind made up to kill themselves, they are going to follow through. And it's going to take something a little stronger. And you're still in God's glory, because I wouldn't make a boast in something that I gave a person out of my possession, a tangible thing out of my possession, and that saved them. They no longer committed suicide. And you know what? There was parts missing in that very testimony, because the next thing I was waiting to hear was, well, did she get saved? Or did you use that opportunity to witness to her and get her saved? We didn't hear none of that. And that would have been the meat of that testimony. You gave all the credit to your random act that you gave that lady. You pointed the finger at you. Then point the finger to Christ. And I'm going to tell you something. Even if, let's just say, the woman did change her mind after you gave her that random act. Just say she changed her mind for that moment. But what about later? See, that's where you should have really honed in on that gospel. Okay, because how long do you think that random act was going to last? That flower, whatever it was. I don't even know what it was. She's got the video up. How long did you think that will hold? Because it's just a tangible thing. That woman needed something more internal, more spiritual. Okay? So later on, she could have just decided, okay, this done wore off now. I'm going to go ahead and follow through. No, you should have gave her the gospel. And you didn't even talk about that part. You so busy bragging on what you did, your works, your random acts, that you failed to give her the gospel. You failed. Yes, you did. And here we're talking about this suicide. The suicide went up since you jumped on your platform. I compared the difference between 2017 up to the present. It increased by 44%. At least 44%. Suicide has increased in your city. So you're jumping up, trying to take credit. That's very narcissistic. Trying to take credit, what they call that, self-aggrandizer. You're a self-aggrandizer. You know, you're trying to enhance your importance, the importance of what you're doing. Trying to give yourself a pat on the back and you know, help your reputation. So people can look up to you like, oh, she prevents suicide. But ma'am, you haven't done one work in preventing suicide, especially in your city. You have not done one work. But yet you're claiming that you are preventing suicide, and you're giving us a couple of testimonies. Never once pointing the finger to Christ. And see, this is what she does when it comes to suicide. She over exaggerates, okay, and she inflates numbers. You know, she over exaggerates. Very narcissistic. A fraudster. You know, the people that are really doing the work, like the suicide crisis, does she work motivating you to win? Let me ask you this. Do you work alongside with the Suicide Prevention Center, the organization? Are you affiliated with the organization? See, that's one thing that would be required. You're working with these people who are trained, okay? They are trained to deal with people that are contemplating suicide. They are trained, okay? It's an organization. It's a center. It's a building, you know, where people are actively involved, okay? Are you involved? Are you working alongside? I bet you she has never stepped foot in a suicide prevention center. Anti-suicide prevention center. I bet you she has never stepped foot in one. I bet you she knows nothing. And if somebody were to tell her that they're going to commit suicide, would she be equipped to deal with it? No, I don't believe she would. If it was a real case scenario, I don't think she would be prepared to deal with it. Because a random act definitely wouldn't help the situation.
Quit. Please click on the link in the video description.
but a
We are
charlatan.
so excited that we have served over
Charlatan.
30,000 people
Wasting
in this
time.
calendar year, and we cannot wait till next.
And we cannot give anybody a testimony of one soul being saved. All you got is these old pretty t-shirts, these beautiful hot pink, hot orange t-shirts. Okay, and it's just doing nothing. All these beautiful rainbow color wristbands, different colors. You pick the one you want. Look, I'm sorry, I'm not with it.
Spring 2026. A special thank you to all of our financial supporters. Till we.
Now I want y'all to get a good look at this shirt here. Yeah, I'm picking. I'm gonna pick today. This shirt that she has on. Wow. What a decoration here. Looks like somebody cropped this shirt up a little bit. Ma'am, does this shirt fit into your category of modest apparel? Huh? She got it out, got it chopped all, cropped all up here. This was probably a long shirt that probably came down past her thighs, to cover them thighs. But now she's got it. It looks like a crop shirt where she cropped it up. You know, like them little girls be doing, like them teenagers. You know, just cut the bottom off. You know, make it look shorter. Make it look shorter so you can reveal some things. Okay, but I'm just saying, who cares? But I do care that you're wearing it, because why? You've got tons of videos, okay, talking about your modest apparel for women. You've got women in gospel music. You're coming down on them about their immodest apparel. But now, looky here. She's done cut that shirt up, y'all, to go up a little higher. That does not fit into your modest apparel category. So what that tells me is that Motivating You to Win is now in a very compromising situation. She has compromised the gospel. She has went back on everything that she has up in her archives, her videos, talking about certain things. Now she's actually participating. And now we're talking about this modest apparel here. Well, it's just the idea. Why would you cut your shirt up like this? Huh? Why would you cut it off like that? To me, unless you had something going on in your mind and it wasn't modest apparel, that's for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. You're not going to get any credit from me for preventing suicide. Not in Cleveland and not at Niagara Falls. You're just somebody who thought that would be a good title to help you, even though you haven't done the work. But you thought it'd be a good title that, oh yes, I'm participating in preventing suicide. You haven't done the work at all, and you don't even know how to handle a situation. If somebody were to think about committing suicide in your presence, over exaggerating your achievements, just jumping on the bandwagon just because you want to help your brand. Okay, and plus, not to mention the fact that when you talk about, we are anti-suicide prevention. Yeah, and you know what? That plays on people's emotions, because there's a possibility they know somebody, or they are a family member of somebody. They have a family member that committed suicide. So therefore, for you to say, yes, I'm involved in suicide prevention, anti-suicide prevention, well, that's going to soften their heart towards you. And they're going to think you're a nice person. And they're going to send to your charity, knowing that you have not done the work because you're a fraudster trying to jump on and steal somebody else's thunder, okay, who's really doing the work. Like I said, you haven't made an impact in your city. You haven't made an impact at Niagara Falls other than to go up there and sell that rainbow soap because you discovered that it was a liberal place. You saw too many same-sex couples at Niagara Falls that you couldn't get in their faces like you probably wanted to. So you just thought, well, if I can't beat them, I'll join them. I'll sell them some soap and get their coins. Anywho, I'm out, y'all. That's enough picking for today. And I'm going to go back out into the sunshine. God bless you all, and thank you all for tuning in. Have a blessed day.